Oh.
Yes.
That's not bad. It's about 5
Not
seconds.
bad, and you hit the wrong one, but that's
Yeah. Well, a bit of variation.
a variation. Anyway, the light's not on yet.
Oh, the wall lights are on here.
Yeah, I've got the.
But then you know the way that
yes,
my windows face.
Oh,
Anyway,
good evening,
well, good morning, Japan.
yes.
Good afternoon, San Francisco. Good afternoon, New York.
Yes. Hello. Here we go again.
Evening. The very person, Zeb. We were talking about you earlier.
Yes.
We've
Hello.
got a question for you. Afternoon, Mick. Evening. Hello, Pulsar. Do you want to ask Zeb or will I?
No, because I've decided not to ask anyone yet because I don't think no one's supposed to know.
No, but no, whether or not they have heard of said people.
Good evening, Phil. No, I'm going to leave it because I'm not quite sure. I might get myself into some trouble.
Okay, right. In that case, cancel it, Zeb.
Yeah, you'll find out.
The question will come at a later date.
Yes. I've thought about it and I thought not a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. So it's starting to get gloomy, but I will put the light on after I've done my little bit. So it's been an interesting week. I've been chilling out. I did a stupid thing on Monday, got out of bed and twisted my ankle.
Oh.
And the thing is, clever. It's the one that I've broken twice. So it's yeah, so that wasn't very good. So I've been hobbling around all week, which Rocky hasn't minded because we haven't been able to go for long walks. So he's been quite happy. But I've been doing lots of other things. So what's been going on? Well, we've had 3,446 views, 15 new subscribers. Lovely. Now they're ticking over. But what have you been watching? Yeah, I'm all right now.
I just want to see how to. Hey, right.
Oh, it's all right. It's Dave mucking back. That is Dave just being silly. Yeah.
Yes,
so what have you been watching? Number 3, Rank in the Shadows. A bit of Hank Marvin. 104 people have been watching The Shadows in my top 20. And this is quite funny because someone put a comment on this, which was taken down. A trip down memory lane in April the 18th, 1956, 169. Someone put shite. And my reply was, I don't predict the dates. I'm a moron. But the most watched one was my album review of Blue Oyster Cult's Ghost Stories. Well, it didn't come out very well, 234. Now, Dave will be glad about the top short. Part 2 of Night With You Start Plash and Play, 368.
When did that go up?
Last Friday.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, you missed that one.
No, because I was out doing my. I was out with the walking group.
Oh, you was. So 28 days, 16,576. 61. We're averaging about 60 every 28 days new subscribers, which is fantastic.
It is. And thank you to everyone who subscribes.
Yes. So coming in number 3, The Quo, 212. Even after nearly 3 years, people are still watching it. Number 2 is the Oyster Cult's review at 234, but at number 1 in the month It's the 40th video Richard and I did. The glam rock one featuring Dave Hill and David Bowie on the thumbnail. 285. Fantastic. Everyone, it was a real good fun one to do. We've got another one on Saturday. Good evening, Jason. Since we started way back nearly 3 years ago now, we've had 332,462 views, and we've now got 1,647 subscribers. We've given a nice little band of folk, aren't we? So, change really. Derek Riggs, 4,071. But 9 behind is Death Hotel.
It's still 9.
Yes, Slade have gone up to 4,796, but Quo, of course, way out in the front, 8,697. Now, someone said to me in 3 years' time, nearly 9,000 people will have watched your very first cock up. I would go, nah, people will stop watching that. Obviously, they haven't, have they?
No. Plus, they can reference back and see the difference. A, location. B, quality of recording.
Quality.
Yeah.
What, for a bag of nerves? Like,
but but also you're using better equipment.
Oh God, yes, certainly. That first one was actually done on my video cam recorder.
Mm-hmm.
That little thing that I carry around when I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, what have I been listening to? Well, I've sort of been looking into How to Finish Marmalade. That still stands at 5 of 12. But we've been listening to a bit of Opeth this week. Yeah, a bit of and melodic, which is always good. 6 of 13. Blind Guardian, I'm storming through them. I love Blind Guardian. 8 out of the 12. Had some classic rocky stuff from Procol Harum. 8 of the 12. Been listening to a bit of AOR with REO Speedwagon, all their earlier stuff, which is pretty good. Going back to my youth with Raven still, and forgetting how cheesy they were, but I loved them at the time. 5 of the 14. But we've been having some cultural music this week. We've been listening to some Bob Marley and the Wailers, them early albums, and they're fantastic. So 4 of those. And going on from Procol Harum, the Robin Trower Band, 4 of the 27. Loads to listen to. But that one's for another one. Yes, Blackwater Park is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent album. I had that on this week at full crank in the middle of the day, so no one was around to hear it. Except I've just realised that my neighbour has retired now, but he doesn't mind loud music. He says I play some good tunes, so that's good. So I haven't completed that. Well, I have completed stuff, but it's stuff that you won't know about yet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I think it's getting a bit too dark in here. So while Dave does hatches, matches, and dispatches, I'm going to sort out the light in here.
Okay.
So okay. Stop the camera moment.
Okay, so this week we've got 23 dispatches. We've got 25 plus 2 hatches. And we got a couple of matches. So anyway, the dispatches, those who've left us. Hang on a sec. Mute. Right, I've put him on mute so we don't hear what he's telling Alexa. 18th, we lost 4 people. We lost, as we mentioned last week, Dickie Betts, American Hall of Fame musician with the Allman Brothers Band. We also lost Steve Kyler, or Killy, whatever way you want to pronounce it. He's American stoner rock bassist with Dead Beddoe. Mandisa, an American gospel singer and Grammy winner. And Larry Page, the English pop singer and record producer from way back when. On the 19th, Naomi Moldovan, a Romanian pop singer, and Eddie Sutton, an American crossover thrash singer with Leeway, both departed. The 20th, it was a busy day for departures. And this is where the fun starts, because some of these names, forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. Starting with Kai Chydenius, Finnish avant-garde composer and folk songwriter. Michael Kuskuna, American jazz record producer and music journalist with the magazine Downbeat. He was also the co-founder of Mosaic Records, and he was a 3-time Grammy winner for his writing, doing sleeve notes, etc. We also lost Sir Andrew Davis. Those of us in the UK, and maybe some of you classical watchers, will know the name. He usually conducted the last night of the proms. Bearded gentleman known for his very funny speeches at the last night. He passed away during the week. Unfortunate. He was conductor. He was conductor laureate of 3 symphony orchestras: the Toronto, the Melbourne, and the BBC. We also lost Chris King, an American rapper. Josef Laufer, a Czech singer, actor, screenwriter, director, interpreter, presenter, and lyricist. What do you think he did in his spare time? We also lost Miroslav Svedja, a Czech operatic tenor. He was awarded the Thalia Award for Lifetime Achievement in Opera. And also on the 20th, Tony Tuff, Jamaican reggae singer with the group The African Brothers, departed. The 21st, we lost Jean-Marie Hertz, a Belgian rock guitarist with the group TC Matic. MC Duke, a British rapper. Alex Hasilev, an American folk singer and banjoist with the Limelighters. And Kofi Owusu-Dua-Anto, better known as Koda. He was a Ghanaian gospel singer, songwriter, record producer, and multi-instrumentalist. 22nd, we lost Dusan Grun, a Slovak singer. Chan Romero, an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. His death was announced on the 22nd, but what Chan is famous for, he was the person who first recorded Hippie Hippie Shake, which other people took further up the charts than he did. The 23rd saw the departure of Florian Chmielewski, an American musician and politician. Samuel Kummer, a German church organist. He worked in the Frauenkirche in Dresden, and he was an academic. And Fergie MacDonald, a Scottish accordionist. And yesterday, very sadly, saw the departure of Mike Pinder, the prog rock keyboardist and songwriter with the Moody Blues. So those are our dispatches. Our hatches, like I say, 25 plus 2, those youngest to oldest. 30 today is Sam Fender, English singer, songwriter, and actor. Also Maggie Rogers, an American singer-songwriter with Group Alaska. 47 today is Konstantinos Christoforou, a Greek Cypriot singer who represented Cyprus in the Eurovision Song Contest 3 times. Also 47 is Matthew West, an American Christian musician and singer, and Paavo Siljamäki, Finnish trance music DJ, composer, and record producer who's based in England with the producing group Above and Beyond. 49 today is Ruben Gomez, an American rocker. He used to be in the Puerto Rican boy band Menudo. So did a few other Latin American pop singers, notably Ricky Martin. He was in Menudo. 51 today, Fredrik Larsson, a Swedish drummer with the band Millencolin. 59, Eric Avery, an American musician with Jane's Addiction, Deconstruction, and Polar Bear. 60 today, bus past time almost, is Andrew Ivan Bell. We know him as Andy Bell, singer, songwriter, and lead vocalist of Eurasia. 63 today is Truls Olaf Otterbeck Mork, Norwegian cellist. 65 today is Billy Rankin, rock guitarist, played with Nazareth. 66 today, and Iain knew this. So should any Marillion fan. Derek William Dick, better known as Fish. It's his 66th birthday today, beg pardon. And apparently he plans to retire after a farewell tour this year. 70 today is Robert Crosby Hoare, better known as Rob Crosby. He's an American country music artist. 71 today. I got in with this one. She is now known as Zariah Zacharias. She was Sam Cooke's daughter, Linda Womack, the American soul songwriter and singer, famously of Womack and Womack. 72 today is Ketil Bjornstad, a Norwegian pianist, and Corey Day, an American dance music vocalist. Love the name of the band that he sings with. It's Dr. Buzzard's Original Savannah Band. I think that's a brilliant name. 74 today is Steve Ferrone, British session and touring funk rock and R&B drummer. He played with the Average White Band from 1974 to 83, and then he played with Tom Petty and Heartbreakers from 94 to 2017. 75 today is William P. Homans III. He's better known as Watermelon Slim, an American blues musician. 77 is Bill Fontana, American composer and sound artist. 78 is Richard John Charles Digby Fairweather, British jazz cornetist, author and broadcaster. 79 today is Stu Cook, an American rock bassist with Creedence Clearwater Revival. As is Bjorn Ulvaeus, Bjorn from ABBA, Swedish pop songwriter, producer, guitarist and singer. 80 today is Michael Kogel, a German musician. Famously, he sang and played in a Spanish band called Los Bravos, and they're best known for the song Black is Black.
Like my baby.
Exactly. Also 80 is Einar Steen Nøkkelberg, a Norwegian classical pianist and musical pedagogue. And 81 today is Anthony Fitzgerald. A lot of you will have heard of Anthony Fitzgerald, but not under that name. His stage name is Tony Christie. He who Is This the Way to Amarillo and I Did What I Did for Maria. The +2 today, 84 years old. I couldn't believe it whenever I read it. Al Pacino. Hard to believe that he's 84.
I know, 80.
I mean, you look at his films and you think, all right, he looked old then, but he still looks the same now.
Yeah.
And we decided to include this one because it's a rarity. 35 years old today, or 35 years young, depending how you want to put it, is a certain young gentleman who was recognized by the Dalai Lama and various other Tibetan Buddhist leaders as the 11th Panchen Lama of Tibetan Buddhism. Unfortunately, after he was recognized as the new Panchen Lama, he was detained by authorities from the People's Republic of China and hasn't been seen in public since the 17th of May 1995. The Chinese authorities have refused requests from the UN and various other international organizations to verify A, that he's still alive, and B, that he's able to practice what he was born, shall we say. Anyway, enough politics. Notable marriages, the matches. 1973, singer-actor Dean Martin married his third wife, Catherine Horn. It only lasted 3 years because they got divorced in 1976. And in 2015, Heart's lead singer Ann Wilson married multi-generational community developer. I think he means retirement village developer. Anyway, his name's Dean Wetter, and they got married in her manager's California backyard. This says a lot, doesn't it? Our talking point and our year for showing stuff is 1989. So Iain and I had a go through some stuff, and we picked out 12 little bits for you. So January 1989, Akihito became the 125th emperor of Japan after the death of his father Hirohito, the last of the
surviving
wartime leader, of the Axis. February the 10th, and this tickled the pair of us because I had to read it twice. We've all heard of Tony Robinson, and for those in the UK, he's a famous TV personality, but he appeared in a program called Maid Marian and Her Merry Men, I think, wasn't it? Was that exciting?
And the digging one he did.
Time Team and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But on February the 10th, Tony Robinson of Jamaica became Nottingham's first black sheriff. we liked the mix up of names. Yes. Anyway, March the 12th in 1989, a computer scientist by the name of Tim Berners-Lee, he submitted his first proposal for an information management system to his boss at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. His boss found it vague but exciting. Consequently, on the 30th of April, the World Wide Web was launched by Tim Berners-Lee. May the 20th saw the premiere of a sports movie. Now, there was another movie being released, but I'm not going to mention it because Iain might. But this one was Field of Dreams, based on W.P. Kinsella's novel Shoelace Jew, starring Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, Ray Liotta, and famously in his final film role, Burt Lancaster. Now, June the 13th and 14th, something happened on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. On the 13th, Jerry Lee Lewis, the piano-playing rock star, he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But the next day, Carole King got her star. They were so big they had to have it on different days. July the 2nd, this is a rarity, and as far as we can tell, this is the only person to have done this feat. American jockey Steve Cauthen won the Irish Derby on a horse called Old Vic, but in doing that, he became the first rider in history to sweep the world's 4 major derbies. In other words, the Kentucky Derby, the Epsom, the French, and the Irish Derby. August the 16th, there was a solar flare from the sun that created a geomagnetic storm that affected microchips all over the world. But worst of all, it halted all trading on Toronto Stock Exchange because the computers all crashed. Now, Iain and I, we had a laugh, and I'm still giggling about this. On September the 6th, 1989, a police computer, not a policeman, a police computer, accused 41,000 Parisians of murder or prostitution. What I want to know is, what does AI not know about us?
Yes. Absolutely cocked up, wasn't it? Oh dear. Yes.
Well, I am not a prostitute. Anyway, October the 22nd. Oh, we had a coming together. Over competitive McLaren teammates Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna famously collided, and they skidded into down the escape road at the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka. Now, the problem with this was both of them stood a chance of winning the world title. But because Prost was leading, he retired from the race and he won the world championship. There was some argy-bargy over that.
Yes. I mean, it's blatantly that Ayrton took him out.
Well, they reckoned that Ayrton wanted to cut across and try and take the lead, but that
No, he took him
Prost,
out.
Prost held his line. It was the fact that Prost was already ahead in the championship. If Senna hadn't crashed into him, Senna could have beaten him. If he'd beaten him in the race, he would have won the championship.
Yeah.
But as it is, Prost retired and won. Anyway, November 21st, dark day for British TV. TV cameras were permitted in the House of Commons. Oh God, have we been treated to a pantomime ever since? Enough of the politics. Last bit, December the 22nd. He'd been in power for 23 years, but after his dictatorial rule, Romania ousted the communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. 3 days later, he and his wife were put on trial, found guilty, convicted, and executed by firing squad. Short and sweet. Get it all done in one day. Anyway, that's your hatches, matches, dispatches, and your talking point. And I have waffled and burbled, and I need to close that tab because it's 8:25. And we've got a result to put out. So, let's see. Oh, yes, Charles. Brilliant movie. But yes, it is difficult.
Yeah. It's even difficult when we was watching it in the pub as it happened.
Yeah.
That bit at the end.
Yes.
Fateful day. It was not very sad. We knew. Well, our friend knew, didn't he? He knew straight away.
Yes. There was no qualms. It was, that's a takeout.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to die at the circuit.
Yes. No, that.
Well, you're not allowed to be pronounced dead on the circuit. We found out.
Yeah.
So that's anyway, the result.
Yes. It was very,
more
very
drama
very,
than the VAR on Sunday.
Yes. It bounced backwards and forwards. I don't think there was ever more than one vote in it all week. Well, it started. I think there was 3 votes difference. But then it closed up and it just bounced backwards and forwards, one vote all week long. And bye-bye Revolver. Talk, the colour of spring by 1 vote goes through to the semi-finals.
Okay, Zeb, I'll look at it in a bit.
Yep.
I'll do it while there's some people are talking. Yes, so the dark horse is still being a dark horse.
Yes,
so
it's round Tattenham Corner.
It's definitely round Tattenham Corner now. It can see the winning post.
No,
Charles,
first time round, he's over Beecher's Brook. He's approaching the chair.
Yes, Charles, you need to just email me your address so I can send you a spanking mug. Yes, so congratulations, Charles. I didn't expect that, but congratulations. Yeah, it's a real test of stamina. Anyway, 1989, isn't it?
Yes.
We'll do the films and then we'll do the spinning wheel.
Oh, okay.
Gives you time to get the wheel up, doesn't it? So,
I've got it up.
1989 was a Bond year, and it was Timothy Dalton's last appearance as Mr. Bond, and to me, the best one he did.
Yes.
Excellent film. It should have been called License Revoked, but they thought they'd change it so the Americans could understand what. That's the story. That's the story. I'm not making that up. That's why they changed it. It's a great movie, and it's lovely to see Q in the thick of the action. As ever.
Yes,
brilliant movie.
With his broom walkie-talkie. Yes.
Yes, it's absolutely brilliant. That film is a bit of comical stuff now from two geniuses. It's the third film they'd made together, and it's the brilliant See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I love all the three films they made. They made The Silver Streak, they made Stir Crazy, which is hilarious, and they made this.
Yeah. All three are brilliant.
This is brilliant. My favourite bit is the Rudy bit where he says, I wasn't holding them with a gun. That's another day. Anyway, another great film that gets forgotten about starred Michael Douglas and Andy Garcia. A great movie called Black Rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's set in America and with a Japanese, I think it's Chinese, because poor Andy Garcia comes to a rather nasty end. Japanese samurai side, wasn't it? It's a great movie. I saw this at the cinema. It's absolutely brilliant movie. Two great war movies came out in 1989. The first one I'm going to show you is based on a true story from the American Civil War. Glory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on, it's the 54th, who were the first black Yankee infantry, and they were storming a fort. I can't remember which the name of the fort. I'm sure someone will tell me, but it's absolutely brilliant film. Denzel Washington's in it. Absolutely brilliant. It's got Matthew Broderick in it, Carrie Lewis and Morgan Freeman. Absolutely superb film. The other one that came out, it's a great film starring Michael J. Fox, Sean Penn, Casualties of War. This doesn't glorify the Vietnam War one little bit. It's a real nail biting and two people's sort of views on it. Michael J. Fox was brilliant in this. You know, we will associate him as Marty in Back to the Future, but this was a fine role for Michael J. Fox. I love this film.
Got an answer for you. It was the second Battle of Fort Wagner.
That's it, thank you. We had another Indiana Jones film. The one with Sean Connery in it, and it has to be my favourite. Where Sean Connery takes down a Messerschmitt with his umbrella. It's absolutely brilliant. I love The Last Crusade, my favourite Indiana film. Talking to Michael J. Fox, he was busy doing Back to the Future 2.
Mm-hmm.
Another good film. It's the one that people don't remember, but I think it's very clever how they go backwards and forwards from the future to the present to the past, and how they the timeline was changed, and it's absolutely brilliant. I love that movie. Like I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Diplomatic immunity revoked.
Joss Ackland.
Yes, great actor. He played that part. Right, Patsy Kensit was in this as well. And this is the first time we met Leo Getz. Played by Joe Pesci. Absolutely brilliant movie. I saw this one at the cinema as well, but not in London. I saw it in Northampton.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had, met Danny Glover. Jason's met him. A legend. He is a legend. And then we had another helping from the gang from Police Academy. So that's the movies. But TV. Blackadder 4.
I was going to say leave that to last.
Yes, Blackadder 4 came out, and of course, this in November.
Sorry?
In November, the last episode went out. Goodbye. On that last scene was voted the most poignant bit in comedy or any program. When they go over the top, it really makes you sad when you see that, and it brings home what it was all about. But Blackadder 4 to me is the best Blackadder. I just love Blackadder 4. Stephen Fry as Melty in this he did play the pompous twerp, and the bit in the first one with row your boat gently down the stream, belts off, trousers stuck. was it belts off, trousers down, can't remember, and Blackadder says the things of high society or something. Nah. Absolutely brilliant, Blackadder. The best thing out of all four was Blackadder 4 in my books. So there we go. There's a little bit of film buffs and what's it. So
right, let's take.
I'm going to get. I'm going to put the link up, but we are going to do some wheel spinning as well, because we don't know what top tens we're going to get for America and the UK.
Bear with me a tick. I'm just replying
I'll just find me
to a message. Come on.
I can't find me pad. What done with it?
It's all right. I've got a bit of paper beside me.
Oh, you have to do it. My pad's disappeared. Hang on. I haven't found it, but I found.
Well, you had it in front of you.
I know.
An hour ago.
I know I did. Right. Okay. So what's the first one then, Mr. Maestro?
Okay, but hang on. Sorry, I'm just responding to a message that.
Yes. Yeah, there's links up there. So if you want to come up and.
Okay, I need to pick that one.
Because we can all beat you with
what we need to do is, first of all, shuffle the slices a couple of times so they're not all in thing. And we click spin.
This is for the 16th of May, the UK one.
Oh.
It's always the 50s. We can't get out the 50s.
I might have to delete the 50s. Ready?
So 1957. The next one is for America. Let's not have the 50s. 30th of May.
Ah, that's a reasonable one. 1962.
1962. Okay, that'll be fun for me.
Stop.
Yeah, someone. I mean, I know I've said it before, but someone actually didn't like my video of 18th April 1956. Well, what can I do? Can I conjure up a top 10? No, because it's history. So yeah, so that was. He can get helmet of the week.
we haven't had that. Hang on. Helmet Simon, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was decided that we're going to have the helmet of the week. And
right.
It was a proper helmet for, you know. The clue was in what the title was: the top 10 singles for 1956.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't like the music or he doesn't like what you said, there's no need to make the comment that was made.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't find. I mean, yeah, what was it? Winifred Atwell was number one. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I can remember listening to those numbers.
Yes, my nan was a big fan of Winifred Atwell and Mrs. Mills.
Oh, Mrs. Mill went on for years. I can remember her on the old black and white minstrel show on the TV.
God, good old. Yes, he was a bit of a prize pillock.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't just do ranking on this channel, you know. What I wanted to say, we do a bit of cultural, a bit of history, music history.
So, are you ready to do what's on next week?
I am now. So
okay, we'll add that to
get it on the stage.
And bonk. There you go.
So, shall we have a look and see what we're going to be doing next week? So, on Monday, we're continuing with some Tangerine Dream. We're going to have a look at their 1990s albums, a decade that I was not too keen on. I'll tell you now, not my favourite decade of Tangerine Dream music. But my perfect side, this one was inspired by watching one of Mike's Vinyl Spirals videos. He showed Varball for whatever he was doing, and it made me go, oh, what an album. Let's do a perfect side. A Fireball. Great album. So Tuesday is Ladies' Day. And we're going to start off one inspired by our friend Elliot, who was showing stuff. And I thought, oh, what a good one to do for Ladies' Day. So we're going to look at the very short career of Bobby Gentry. She was only around for a little while and then disappeared. She's still with us, but she's retired.
Yep.
And the retro ranking is another wonderful American singer. We've come up with some great tunes. The one and only Miss Linda Ronstadt. I'm going to be picking my top 10 songs of Linda. Looking forward to that one. Wednesday Marathon Day, who have we got? We've got this Canadian band called Bare Naked Ladies. A request. So I'm looking forward to that one. I hadn't heard much of their stuff, but I've had a good time listening to them. So it takes us to next Thursday. And for that pillock that decided that it's going to 56 was what's he going to make of the 2nd of May 1959 in America? Because there was some strange stuff in that chart as well.
Oh, God, yes.
Yes. And then on a Thursday after that, at some stage when Dave is available, we will be doing the quarter-final reviews of how we would have voted.
Yeah, and these shows are getting shorter and shorter.
Yes.
Get me over and done with in about 5 minutes.
Yes. We may do the can we? Well, yes, we can do the housekeeping as well, can't we?
Yes. Yeah, we
do
can
the
do a little bit
housekeeping
of
as well.
housekeeping.
Allocating numbers to balls.
Yeah, and if necessary, I mean, if we do the housekeeping first and then have a yak and a natter, then we could, if the person is free, we could invite somebody in to do the draw.
No, I've planned that in for Saturday. We've already sorted.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
Okay, Friday. We have got a great little day. We've got a great band who are sort of, if you like Renaissance, you're going to like Mostly Autumn. Doing their live albums. And I've managed to get everybody in the band there because Heather left, but I couldn't do a picture without Heather on it. So as you can see, she is just appearing behind Ian Jennings. Going, hello! And a brand new album by a great metal band, Except, and their new album Humanoid. I've heard a couple of tracks of it, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. I do like them. So that's pretty good. And then next Saturday, we've got the most important thing of the week, the semi-final draw of Battle Royale, to be conducted by the one and only at no extra cost.
Yes, he's doing it for free.
He's doing it for free. And it's Mike's Vinyl Spiral, our good friend Mike from Leeds, will be conducting the draw. So that's what we got next week. Another bumper week. No, I'll guarantee there's not going to be a tier ranking next week. I've got too much on.
Good.
So that's what's going on. So let's get people up here and get the real nitty gritty stuff on the go. Because I know we've got a gig report as well. And
yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, and also talking of gigs, myself and Nick's Vinyl Buddy on the 10th of May are going to see the Soap Girls at the Black Prince in Northampton. So I'm sure we'll give you a.
You've got your tickets?
I have.
Ooh.
I've got my. Well, they're on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
we've
it. You have to go.
Yes. So if Nick doesn't come up, he does know that the tickets are there and that. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a nice little night out with Nick.
Yeah. You haven't been down that pub for a while.
Last time I went to see a gig in there was John Coughlin's.
Oh, never mind. Last time you went to a gig. Last time you were in the pub.
Oh,
I mean, we're talking.
well, the last time I went there was with Lee and Gary. That's us. Yeah, yeah. One for you from Gary. Talking of a Gary, Nick Drake.
Right. Yeah, I shall go and look if he's been done first of all, and then I don't think he has been done.
No, the name doesn't ring a bell for me. Oh, well, the name does ring a bell.
Yeah.
So let's just take off.
Not on that year.
Yeah, Charles got the lyrics. It's from "Sweet Soul Sister" from The Cult, which is off the album Sonic, which came out in 1989.
No, we haven't done Nick Drake.
Looks like we'll be doing Nick Drake. So I'm just going to take that.
Oh, crikey! Yes.
How many albums have I got to listen to then?
Well, put it like this: he died in 1974, aged 26.
Oh, so that's not too much. Let's take that.
Three.
Oh, that'll be a nice one to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing left on the ticket thing now is the place to go and vote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Dave will put it up in the.
In a minute, I need to add Nick Drake.
Pavement, one of Zeb's obscure bands.
Oh, give me a chat.
So
Pavement, I don't think so, but I'll check. Where are we? Three when he was alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 compilations. Oh, there's a John Peel session.
Oh.
That would be interesting. That came out.
I would enjoy well, I probably will. I think we've got to the stage of all our sort of friendships now that when we recommend stuff to each other, we guarantee, oh, they like it, it must be good. As Paul Sauer says, he likes listening to what I throw out there. I do throw some oddities out there, don't I? That's why the channel's called Ragging the Obscure, because we do the obscure stuff.
Yes, even though it might not be obscure to people out there, it's obscure to someone.
Yes, it's always going to be obscure to somebody.
Yeah, so Pavement have 5 studio albums.
So let's have a. So if you want to come up, the link's there. Come and join in the fun. Let's always have a bit of fun on this. Well, because of my crack at my bones are not as good as I used to, and I can't think. I've actually got a postal vote now, and I've had the first thing because we've got for them police commissioners. Well, I'm in rigmarole that is. They said you 2 bits of paper, right? One to put your voting slip in, and another one to put the confirmation that who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to put them in separate envelopes.
Yes. Separate envelopes in it, and then put it. Now, whenever I did it, I had to put something in a separate envelope, but then I could put the two envelopes inside an overarching envelope.
No, I've got two separate envelopes.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah, that's what they're wasting their money on. Put them all in one envelope.
Love, also known as Love Revisited and the Love Band.
Well, we can just do the lot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exciting weekend sport-wise, wasn't it, last weekend? That controversy offside. Was it offside or wasn't it? What's your thoughts on it, guys? Do you think that Coventry did win 4-3? Because I think they did win 4-3 because that line was a toenail length. Ridiculous. I'd like to hear what you think as well on that one. I'm sure it was a fix. But that's another story. Anyway, I don't know if I know Dave's not in. I know Mick's in. Have you had your mug yet, Mick? Because it's, according to my records, it has been done. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm tickety-boo.
Good, good. And Dave, yourself?
Staying alive.
I was waiting for that. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm still doing my beaches.
I've got some stuff, but I don't know where everybody is this evening. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on, get with it.
We're missing
it's
a
your
lot.
second time on, and there's no one else to comment about what's this. And while we're doing that,
Blackadder.
Yeah. What was it? Row your boat.
I can't remember.
No, but it just.
I got that box set for £5 from a charity shop years ago.
Oh, I had it separate. I had it on VHS video. a box set. No one like the box set was behind that.
Yeah.
Right.
So when they put it on with all the other extra bits.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's cool.
Love's been added with 11 albums.
I tried True Parade. It tastes like Bruce Dickinson. Yeah. I'm glad it doesn't. I've got a proper heavy metal one tonight. It's called The Eagle Has Landed, which was the very first live album by the Mighty Saxon.
I can't remember if I said I have got a because I didn't drink beer. I've got a bottle of Trooper sat in my cupboard.
Excellent.
Yeah, never managed to get the what was the other one they did? There was two Iron Maiden ones, wasn't there?
Yeah, I can't remember the other one, but yeah, the Trooper is the one that's. It's actually on pump in one of the pubs in Northampton. Trooper. Which is
never seen it on tap. That'd be quite cool. They're going into a pub and ordering.
Excellent. I'm glad has been delivered, but I'm not in town. I'll get it on. Excellent. That's good. I'm no problem, Mick. I'm glad that it has arrived.
That's cool.
Yes. I'll tell you a little story. Redbubble made a bit of a boo-boo because one turned up at my house. And I went, what? I went and checked the thing, and I thought, no, I didn't get it wrong. They got it wrong. Yeah. So what they did, they just sent one to the right address. So I've got a copy. I'll go and show it because they are all the same sort of thing.
Right. Dickinson's beers.
So,
all right. Right. Dickinson's beers.
The semi-finalists, what they're going to get, they're going to get a mug, but they're all things. But if you can see.
All right, yeah.
It's got a picture of our Rocky on it.
Cool.
Battle Royale semi-finalist, and it's got the album that took him into the semi-final. As in Mick, this one was supposed to be for Mick. It's got Who's Next. So
they.
I got a cup.
Yeah.
Yes, because they sent it to Iain by mistake.
Fair enough. When they do that, because I've got stuff on my channel, obviously, right? But that's just ordered as and when people want it. I would imagine because they're only one-offs. Does it cost more or?
No, well, no. They don't, because what I do, I've got my design up, nothing's available, and I just swap it over. Like I knew Charles had won, yeah. So that's ready. As soon as Charles gives me his address, I'll be able to just click on it, enable it, and send it straight off. No extra cost. I'll just change it, and when this is finished, I'll just delete that range.
Yeah. So theoretically, then I could take any design, give it to them, and get it, and they may never sell another one, but I can still get it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Because I've just got a few ideas for things I want for myself.
It's pretty good. I mean, I don't make huge amounts of money off it.
No. Well, I don't make...
It's just nice that people have got stuff, and it's ideal for like competitions and
yeah, that's fair play.
I've got a few bits for me, as you can see. I've got one of my sweatshirts, my hoodie on tonight. But what they did send me a voucher as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So I brought.
Basically, you paid for your own product.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad. That's why I showed it, Mick. That's very. Can you make me big, please, Mr. Producer? So there you go. That
little bit of glare on it, but yeah.
Yeah, let's get it in the right. Let's go over this side. There we go. So basically, Mick, that's what you're getting. But I've got one as well. So there's 2 copies of this cop. One in America and one here in the UK.
Excuse me.
Evening, Jimmy. Yeah, so it is a cool mug. So if you're watching this, David, yours will have the Sex Pistols album, but they wouldn't let me put Never Mind the Bollocks on it.
Had to be asterisked.
Yeah, they told me it was naughty.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to. You're still muted, Jason. Hello, Christopher.
I was coughing.
Yeah.
No,
I had to put 2 little dots on 2 of the letters, and they let me do it, which was a shame. But
anyway, you were saying about Bruce Dickinson beer.
Yeah,
it's obviously Trooper.
Yeah,
but he's also done Trooper Red and Black Porter, Trooper Hallowed, and a limited edition 666.
That was it because of his airplane or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and then last year they created Trooper Progressive Lager.
Is there any much difference between the bottles?
I don't know. I'm just reading off the
website.
See if I can find. Well, you do that. I
thought I'd just put Rocky on it as well because.
No, it's Rocky's channel.
It's Rocky's channel, wherever he is. Don't know where he is at the moment.
Trying to stop coughing.
I don't know what Pulsar and Charles are talking about, but side 1 is the best side so far. It is a rare collectible.
I think they're talking about Love's Da Kappa.
There's something I like to see you do when you've run out of requests.
What?
Feeder ranking.
Done.
I've done one.
Because now I know that you like feeder. I'd like to get your thoughts on the various.
I have done a feeder.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. I shall have to go back and find that one then.
Yeah, I'm sure Dave will probably go and find it. Yeah. He's the man with all the information. That's why he's Mastermind Dave.
No, it's just they've done so many, haven't they? Now it's what was about 12th album now they're on.
12th, yeah. And these last 2 were part of the trilogy because the
Torpedo.
Yeah.
I
think the black and red is far better than Torpedo.
There you go, Jason. It's interesting.
Okay. If I can click on it without cocking it up. Hang on, bear with me.
Right click and open in a new tab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is Jason we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not them sort of tabs. Right, okay. Anyway, I don't know if you want me to start or you want to wait for somebody else or what you want to do.
Can we have a link to the poll? Can you
That's just what I'm in the middle of. Copy that. Put that.
Okay, well, so I think that mic's coming up in a minute. So once Mike comes up, we'll start, because once one starts, it's like you wait for a bus forever and then you get 3 turn up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Polls in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got the video. I've seen it. I'll add it to my watch later list.
Okie dokie.
Where are we? Save.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Closet Feeder fan.
Yeah, no, they're a good band. I got into them purely by accident. Do you remember the Spawn soundtrack album?
Yeah.
And there was a song on there by called "Can You Trip Like I Do?"
Yeah.
Right, by the Crystal Method and Filter, and I couldn't remember what the name of the band was. So I saw Crash on CD single. I thought, oh, I'll pick that up. That must be them. No, but I thought, this is better. I like this more. And then a short while High came out on in the charts. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I like them because that one of their songs appeared in a movie.
It wasn't Night Watch.
I can't remember which film it was, but I thought, oh yeah.
Yeah, because there was that the one about the German film about the vampires, and they had a song in that. I can't remember which one.
It's like the Bare Naked Ladies. I got into them via a movie.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
From Jimmy. Typical Jason gets into a band after misreading the name. You won't believe these two are friends and they do a
yeah. It's banter in it. I don't worry about it.
Great banter.
He usually gets the better of me, but I don't care. And he knows that. I actually got to meet all 3 of them before, this while obviously before John passed away. And they was doing a signing in the old HMV in Southampton. So that was quite cool. Yeah.
Evening.
How did you have a great gig last week?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was great. It was really, really, really good.
Who did you see?
Todd Rundgren.
It's nothing to me. Sorry.
In-house joke.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It was Jane Weaver.
Jane Weaver.
Yeah. So,
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can go and have a listen.
Yeah, this is a really, really good album. Been out about a week, and she had a record store day release as well, a single that's from the same sessions as the album.
Excellent.
And she was supported by a really good Welsh band. It's sort of three young women and a guy. And they're called Adwaith. And I'd not heard of them before, but my lad said he had. And just coincidentally, I heard them on Six Music this evening.
Oh, cool!
And they kind of post punk, and they're really, really good. But I say this is another Jane Weaver album. This is The Amber Light, which is a fantastic album. But I was really pleased she finished her set with a track off here, which is my all-time favourite, called I Need a Connection, and it's superb. She was absolutely brilliant. The place was packed, and it was a great evening. Hey, Stevie.
Good evening. Hello, everybody.
Anyway,
Stevie.
don't know if you've met Jason before.
Yeah,
We spoke a few times, haven't we, sir?
I've been on the stream while
Exactly.
Jason has been silenced multiple times.
Nothing new there, then.
Yes.
It's nice to hear you not being muted, Jason.
Anyway, Nick and I are going to a gig on the 10th of May.
Oh wow!
We're going to see the Soap Girls.
Right.
Who?
Okay.
The Soap Girls.
No idea. I'm gonna have to
Are
listen to
you
some
sure
of these
that's a
bands.
gig? It's got a different meaning in Japan. That one, I think.
Yeah.
Aye,
Yes.
Really?
playing them all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that mute button cracking, please. Anyway, I think Jason is raring to go to show 1989.
That's right. As and when.
Yeah,
If
go on,
someone else,
Jason.
it's all right. Okay, I was going to say if someone else wants to go first.
No, you're
Um,
going.
Well,
you're the-
okay.
I could just correct some mistakes from last week, if I may.
Oh, God, okay, then you better.
No, just make me big for
Alright.
like 2 seconds, because I couldn't believe last week that this wasn't shown. This is 1988, I believe. So this is Prefab Sprouts, and it's got Kings of Rock and Roll, Cars and
Oh, yes.
Grills as a track listing. So from Langley Park to Memphis. So I was scrolling last week and I couldn't find it, and then this one was like a complete crime. Now this wasn't mentioned, so. We've got the winner this week, so Talk, and we've got the Spirit of Even. Wasn't even mentioned last week, so that's another crime committed. And I'm just I can't imagine this not being shown for 1988. Viva Hate Morrissey with the famous track Suede Head on it. So that's just my complaint. That's just a small complaint. So you can make it smaller. So there you are.
Well, at least you've shown your bits.
I didn't
Yeah.
have much, but
Yes, Stevie. I watched it back. I thought it was rubbish last week. It was
absolute rubbish.
dreadful. Absolutely,
It was
dreadful.
missing key players. I don't know who it was. But
Yeah.
there was definitely some key players missing last week.
Yeah, there were an awful lot of people missing last week.
Yes,
missing in action.
yes. So, Jason,
Take it away.
Okay.
Take it away. Make it
Right.
big, please, Mr. Producer.
So, well, what I'm going to do first is do that,
Yeah.
that,
All right. Yeah.
and do that. So we're in order, right?
Put that
Bob,
to one side.
there he goes.
I've got some big stuff here, so you'll have to bear with me. Right, so it's a very mixture. I've got some CDs, I've got some singles, 12 inches, albums, box sets. So
Maximum of 5.
okay, so first of all we have, there we go, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Right, love that album. Far better than anything Michael ever did. I'm sorry if Michael Jackson fans, but I think she's a far better singer. Don't know if anyone remembers that from the time, and I think you got Slash on here as well from Guns N' Roses. So,
Yep.
Yeah, you've got Black Hat, isn't it? I think that's the main one, which is a really, really good song. 1812, Rhythm Nation itself is very good. Was it 1812 or 1814? I can never remember. Can't tell on it. Can someone read that? Oh, it's too
I thought
small.
it was
for me to read.
1989 supposed to be, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I know, but the album title. Yes, okay, very good, well done.
I'm just standing in for Jimmy.
A nice little album there. I do like that one. Another one from the Dance Classics, the Soul to Soul Club Classics Volume 1. The one that made them, shall we say. Back to Life and Keep on Moving. And I think you've got Jazzy's Groove on there. So that's I do like songs, so I think they're very good. Shame they didn't last a bit longer, but there you are.
Oh, popular.
Yeah, right. It was the whole drums and instrumentation mixed together. This really did make you want to dance, and I can't dance to save my life. So that tells you something.
There was a bit of kind of illicit sampling in there as well. I seem to remember, wasn't there?
Yes, that was the time, wasn't it? There was a lot of that.
Yeah.
Right, and you'll probably get more into that later as well when I'll show you some other stuff. Anyway, 7-inch single, and it's Tone Lock, how you pronounce it. Wild Thing. Never got Funky Cold Medina, because I actually prefer that one, to be honest. But it's a good song. It's a bit of fun, and he's got an unusual voice, And he did some cartoon, I think. Something about a cartoon thing about a bear or something and a kid. I can't remember. it's a bit of a weird thing to have him on a kids show, considering the things he used to talk about in his songs. But anyway, that's that one. An absolute belter of a classic, right? I will take it out. Stone Roses, Fool's Gold.
Oh,
Brilliant tune. Love that. Probably my favourite song they ever did. I know a lot of people say that's probably the non-Stone Roses fans, it's their pick, which, I have got the...
is that a 12-inch?
It's a 12-inch, yeah.
What's on the B-side of that?
It was What the World is Waiting For. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I've never seen that 12-inch. Well done.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything special about it.
It's probably...
just have a double check. Because this was an original release, obviously, I got it at the time it came out. So, yeah, nothing special.
Yeah.
But, it's obviously, because it's 9 minutes and 53, it goes on for a fair old while. I don't know whether I prefer the edit or that one, but this is the version I have, so that's the one I listen to. Okay, just put that away a minute, bear with me. If they go back in the sleeve, because they don't always.
You've got to be more organised than this.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm pretty well organised this time around. At least I know what I've got. I won't take the sleeves off, but black box right on time. A 12-inch. Oh, I like it. It's cheese, but I like it.
Yeah, I had to do that. Every time someone says that, I have to go.
It's a classic, a very annoying classic, but it's a classic.
Yeah. Well, I went through, early 90s and late 80s. I was very much into sort of like dancing and hip hop and.
Yeah, you were young.
19,
Foolish. Yeah.
I was going out to pubs and clubs, and they were playing stuff all the time. So, speaking of which, Double Trouble in the Rebel MC, Street Tough.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever owned that. Or would admit to it.
Opened it, played it. I've got what's it? The other one they did, which I can never remember the name of now.
How did that go? So,
that was it, wasn't it? It was the song.
Yeah.
And it worked.
That'll be a collectible in a few layers.
Well, maybe. Anyway, yeah. So I've got some of the Rebel MC solo stuff as well. It wasn't the greatest wraparound, but it was fun at the time.
One of the few songs to contain a lyric. What is it? I switched off the Atari or something like that.
Something I cannot remember. It was funny you say that. I'll have to listen to that again. Now you say that.
I switched off an Atari. What a classic line.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of them, saying they got more. What was it? More clout than a tin of spaghetti or something like that. Was one rap hack did. I can't remember, something like that. Anyway. Right. Classic film, classic album.
Batman.
Prince, Batman.
I forgot that come out then.
I love it. Yeah, it was Batman. It's classed as Batman 1989 now. That's how they call it. So some great tracks on there. A lot of people don't like Bat Dance, but I do. I think it's very creative with the sampling and all the rest of it. And there's some really good guitar work in there. Party Man, obviously. Scandalous is pretty good actually, with old Kim Basinger on there. Yeah, it's a good album. I do like the odd soundtrack album, especially if it's not just the orchestrated stuff. Right. Okay. So then we have Jesus Jones, Liquidizer, their debut LP.
Oh yeah, that's really good. That's an excellent album.
I picked all these up. These are I've got it anyway on a reissue from beforehand. And then they did the reissues again, and I got all of them for, I think it was about £12.30 each.
Right.
So which I thought was really, really good. Yeah. And I'll show you the inside. So you got all the notes and everything. But all of them are coloured in various means. So really, really nice. And this was one before they really made it. I mean, most people know Doubt as their main album. But you got Info Frico, Move Mountains, and what was the other one? Never Enough, I think it is the other one. So that's really good. And they are still going, apparently. Okay, so the final two, and yes, I have opened it, but I'll show it to you anyway. Right, and then the Cherry Roll Like Sushi Deluxe Box Set, 30th anniversary.
Yep.
Really good. This is basically the same album, and you've got all the remixes from about the first 3 or 4 singles on there. And just, I picked this up for 30 quid. So it was an impulse buy. How can I say no? I love the album anyway.
That is really good, Jason. I love that.
Yeah. Well, anybody that knows me well knows that I love Bomb the Bass. Absolutely love Bomb the Bass are brilliant. And of course they did Buffalo Stance, and they did although I think they're uncredited, they did Mantrolled as well. So 30 quid, I had to get that, no brainer. And then my final one, which I picked up on Black Friday. Some people may have seen this. That I sold 3 feet high and rising. It's probably around the wrong way. That way. 3 feet high and rising 7-inch box set. The complete album on 7-inch singles. I won't take them all out, but one of probably my favourite hip hop album of all time. And I've got to be very careful because it's in like a bookend style thingy. And they're all very sort of much of a muchness. But yeah. So you've got, outer sleeve there with all the details on. And, they're all sort of got this sort of style with the tracks listed on the front. Then they've got the back with the various symbols that are associated with them. And then they have a various colour, depending on which one you dig out, obviously. So really, really good set. I've not had a set like this before. There is a Tribe Called Quest one, which I might get, but I think it's really, really expensive now. So that may have to go on the back burner. But yeah, anyway, that's my lot. Hopefully it's something that you guys enjoy. I think it's sort of a bit of a mixed bag there for you. No metal, unfortunately, but then I didn't get back into metal and rock properly until sort of like the, about 92, 93. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. I'm trying to do lots of things at once here. There we go. I'm trying to multitask.
Jesus. Very good. Yeah.
There we go.
That's good.
Cheers.
Yeah.
See you when I'm organised.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm struggling. I was really struggling for our 1989. I think I will struggle for 1990.
Well,
Right.
You can wipe off the 90s for a start, really.
Yeah, I've got an idea which we might do next week, but I've got something to show you what I come up with. So who wants to go next?
What about you, Mike? You've
I'll go next. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. I better not leave it too long because I've made a bit of a mistake with my beer.
Oops.
Right. I went to Tesco's and I thought I was buying cans of Brewdog Hazy Jane, but it turns out that mixed in with the regular stuff, this is double Hazy Jane, so it's 7.2%.
Hey, I'm on a Brewdog tonight as well. I'm on the Eagle Has Landed.
Oh right, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Anyway, on with the music.
Honestly.
Here we go.
Hey!
Soul
to Soul, Club Classics Volume 1. DJ Juzzy Bay. This is a fantastic sort of down tempo sort of R&B dance sort of album. Their sort of hit in 1989 was Back to Life, and there's a version of it on this album, but it's an a cappella version, which seems to work quite well. So that's my first one from 1989. Now, the second one, I listened to this album for the first time for absolutely years, and it's these guys from Scotland. Dimitri. Now, I don't want to offend anybody with my opinions, but it's not a great album. When I was listening to it, it's a very kind of like soft rock, sort of doesn't seem to have many ideas. It seems to me it's what happens when you listen to too much Bruce Springsteen. There is absolutely very, very little to sort of actually recommend this album. And I can't remember why I bought it. I mean, I must have liked it at the time. But
singles.
Nothing Ever Happens is the final track on this, and that was a single, and that's not bad. So I reckon I probably bought it on the strength of the single, but it's not, they weren't a great band as far as I'm concerned. But next up, another band from Scotland, and I've got a completely different opinion of these guys. This is Deacon Blue, and this is their second album after Raintown was the debut. This is where the world knows your name, and this is what's her name, Lorraine McIntosh and Ricky Ross, and it's got quite a few hits on it. This, and they're from they're from Scotland. It's sort of pop rock really, and I mean tracks on here that you would have heard of because they're singles. Sort of like there's Real Gun Kid, Wages Day, Queen of the New Year, and a favourite of mine, which is Fergus Sings the Blues.
They kind of cashed in on the first album, didn't they? And then they followed up cashing in again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that was that. So one Scottish band I don't rate, and one that I really do. And then I bought this when it came out, Jason.
Oh, I can't believe this.
There you go. Yeah, Nana Cherry, Raw Like Sushi. I mean, this isn't just a great album of 1989. It's one of the great albums of the 1980s.
Yeah,
absolutely superb, this album. I mean, Jason mentioned, Buffalo Stance and A Man-Child, which, these two tracks sort of, start the album, and they're fantastic, and they were singles. But Love Ghetto is a good one on here, Heart. But I played this album so many times. It's absolutely brilliant.
Simon commented Man-Child in the chat. I thought he was insulting Jason.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's all right.
No, I don't care.
Right. Okay, next off, it's Lou Reed.
New York.
Yeah, New York. Now, I mean, I've never been a really, really big fan of Lou Reed. I mean, Transform was a great album, and this is a pretty good album as well. Despite the fact that he seems intent on sort of talking his way through, the whole 45 minutes or however long it lasts. But, there's some good tracks on here. I mean, Romeo and Juliet, which is the opening track, is really good. Last Great American Whale, and then Christmas in February. Again, tracks that I like. But as I say, I'm not a big Lou Reed fan, but over his career, he has produced sort of some really good stuff.
One of my favourite Lou Reed albums.
Yeah, it's a good album, and I'd recommend it to anybody. Next up, a band that we tend to always show. This is their fourth album. This is the Pogues, Peace and Love, and not their best album. The first three were all superior to this, but this is still a really good album. So you've got White City is on here. Misty Morning, Albert Bridge. That's an absolutely superb
sublime track, that is.
Yeah, and then there's Lorelei, which was also a single. So
Lorelei.
Oh, right.
I don't know why, but I've always loved that cover for some reason. I don't know. It's just weird. It just stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very
It tells a story, doesn't it? You know, I've always wanted to know who this guy was. You know, but yeah, it's a good cover, isn't it? Right. I think I showed this a few weeks back. Kite, Kirsty MacColl. Yeah. So this is, you know, this is a lovely album. And you got, you know, don't come to Cowboy with me, Sonny Jim, which I think
That's a brilliant song.
one of the
I
best
like
titles, you know. But yeah, I mean, she's greatly missed. You know, you always wonder with these people that die too young, sort of what they might have, you know, gone on to do later on. You know, but there you go, Kirsty MacColl and Kite. Then probably Costello's last great album, I think, Spike. You know,
yes.
this is, you know, credited to, you know, Costello on his own, not with the Attractions. Veronica was a single on this, I think. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's a pretty good album, and you know, there you go. That's that. And finally, no, two more to go.
Right, Dave's found. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look. Let's go back. Right.
Hugh Cameron, his name is.
Yeah. Look at that. Where the hand that says peace on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 fingers. Yeah. I never noticed that before. Yeah. So there you go. Tracy Chapman, Crossroads. You know, a second album after
I showed
after a runaway sort of like.
Yeah, I showed the debut last week.
Yeah.
That's another great album.
Yeah. I mean, I just wonder what really happened, you know, with Tracy Chapman, because, you know, I mean, I think after this album she kind of disappeared, really, didn't she?
Yeah, she went all weird on us, didn't she?
Yeah. So finally, you know, a band that I really like, 10,000 Maniacs, Blind Man Zoo. This is also a fourth album.
That could be the thumbnail.
On here. Yeah, Trouble Me and The Lion's Share, probably my favourites on this. So, you know, Natalie Merchant is absolutely fantastic singer, and yeah. So that's my 10 from 89. So there you go.
Long pause. Well done.
Thank you.
Good selection.
Very good selection. Yeah, Jimmy says Tracy Chapman's last album came back out in 2008.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah. I saw her. So she was on one of these gigs. Had a fast car, didn't she? Yes, she did. Yeah. So, have you got anything to show Stevie from '89? Because I'm sure you.
Well, I kind of stopped buying records towards the end of the '80s, but I did struggle a bit, but I've put together something for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
I'm just waiting for Mr. Producer.
No, I'm dragging it out.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, actually, I thought I'd do something different because I thought I'd make a list of the things I should have, but I don't have. So I don't have XTC's Origins and Lemons. Of interest is Roy Orbison, Mystery Girl, but more on that later. If we had Rob Walker coming in, he'd bring the Stone Roses, I'm sure, and the Style Council. I would have had the Pixies Doolittle, but it was more expensive at the record fair. I should have the Cure's Disintegration, but don't. I had Deacon Blue, but part X'd it in a few years ago, and I should have the Mind Bomb. So just in case there's any doubt, I should have the album of this, but I've got the 7-inch. So that's Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love.
Yes.
So that's an absolutely classic, very popular coming back. I did have a little 80s collection going of Madonna. So Madonna's Like a Prayer. So it's got Like a Prayer. on it. So that's my little 80s Madonna. Roy Orbison, Mystery Girl, Mystery 12-inch for £1.50. So that's You Got It. And Crying on the back there. I think he does a duet with K.D. Lang or something on Crying.
He does.
So, well, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. She's a mystery to me. So we've got the 12-inch. So very cheap at the charity there. I bet you can't tell me who produced this.
Jeff Lynne.
Bono.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Bono. Oh, and there's Crying Again with K.D. Lang. So they've doubled up on the B-side there. And Dream Baby live. So I think that was a good use of £1.50, but don't have the album. I have to confess, I'm not so interested in Fine Young Cannibals, but I bought this kind of out of nostalgia, as it's like the remnants of the beat. But she drives me crazy. So I'm surprised nobody showed this yet. I thought you'd have had this, Jason.
Yeah.
But,
I've got a couple of singles, but that's about
I
it.
had it on CD.
right, okay.
I haven't got that now.
And Diminished Again, I've got to Tracy Chapman Crossroads. So maybe I'll just show the track listing because you've already said that. But yeah, I agree. I was a bit of completist on some of the things I didn't have, so that's why I got Simple Minds, Street Fighting Years.
Produced by Mr. Trevor Horn.
Well, yeah, there we are. So when he's not busy. What else is that? It's got Belfast Child on it. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Belfast Child, Biko, a couple of others. I think this is the last one. All of the LPs up to this one I like, but after this I kind of lose a bit of interest with Simple Minds. So, but I saw that and bought it.
They went off on a bit of a weird tangent, didn't they?
For a while, yeah.
Real Life was good. I saw them on the Real Life tour, and they were excellent.
I mean, they're brilliant live in any case, you know.
Yes,
and I don't know if Jimmy can tell what that is.
Yes,
So
it's
it's
that bloody ornament.
It's so much better than the what's it? Sex Pistols, Nevermind the Bollocks. It's just a class of its own, very innovative. So that's New Order's Technique. So we couldn't fail to show that one. So I'm going to end with a bit of sheer class. And I saw this for a tenner, and then I didn't buy it. Went back; it had gone. Another thing I want to be a completist in. It's Kate Bush.
Oh, what a good
Sensual World, and it's very. I think it's known for the Sensual World title track and This Woman's Work. Which
is that the one that's got Experiment 4 on it? Or Experiment something.
Sensual World, Love and Anger, The Fog, Reaching Out, Heads Were Dancing, Deeper Understanding, Between a Man and a Woman, Never Be Mine, Rocket's Tale, This Woman's Work. No, it's produced by Kate. Yeah,
good old Kate.
Good old Kate. So that's last week. So that's me for 1989. Thank you.
Sorry. I was going to say, I think my favourite track of theirs, I like is Rubber Band Girl. I do like that song a lot.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Anyway,
honestly,
I did struggle for 1989 because I was buying CDs.
Yeah.
So I have found some albums, though. So we're going to start off with a band that David Bowie joined. Debut album, Tin Machine.
Joined or created?
I think he joined, but it's got his long-time guitar from his solo, Reeves. What's his name? Reeves Gables. It's got Heavens in Here on there. I like that track. Tin Machine's good. Under the Gods, great. And they do a really good version of John Lennon's Working Class Hero on there.
Did he form the band saying he just wanted to go back to just a band?
He just wanted to be someone in the band instead of this. And
then he totally dominated it and took over. And
and then they only made 2 albums. But this is a good album. I do like that album. We had a little bit of Tom Petty doing a solo album, The Great Full Moon Fever, which is produced by Jeff Lynne, of course. Free Falling, I Won't Back You Down, Zombie Zoo, Running Down a Dream. Love this album.
I need to get that.
It is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Get In, yes. I know you'd like this one, Simon. I'm not saying if it's my favourite Tom Petty solo album, but it's one of mine. You can tell it came out I brought this when it came out because we've got the little info sticker on it, including these wonderful singles. Another album I bought, probably one of my favourite Phil Collins solo albums. But seriously, just the way it is, colours, Father to Son, Another Day in Paradise.
Who's that?
Mr. Phil Collins.
I'm just kidding.
yeah, who is it? Yeah, Phil Collins. Great album. Bit of Gary Moore. His last Rocky album for a little while. Guest appearance by Ozzy Osbourne on here on a track called Lead Clones. After Wild Frontier, this was the follow-up. Not as good. Weird picture on the back, as you can see. It's okay in places. Also, we had Queen, The Miracle. Yeah. It's got the awful Invisible Man on here.
Yes.
The awful
cover.
Awful and My Baby Does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my baby does me. Yeah, that's awful. The Miracle, ugh. But it has got Party Kajagoogie's Ship, Breakthrough and Scandal. Not my favourite Queen album, I'm afraid. I don't like the cover either.
Apart from that, it's all great.
And I don't like that either.
No.
Who on earth designed that? It's like
I don't know. And this is the one they brought out as a remix box set. I mean, of all the albums they could have picked, I picked this one. Okay, Whitesnake brought out Slip of the Tongue. Yeah. Stevie Vai joined the band. Was not a great fit. It's just American pop garbage, and I'm not a great fan of this either. I saw them on this tour, and it's probably the worst Whitesnake gig I ever saw. It just didn't.
you bought it anyway.
Yeah.
I brought it anyway because it's a Whitesnake album. I wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
This was the last Whitesnake album I ever brought.
Don't blame you.
It was a bit oh dear, but we did have a wonderful album from this lady.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've got to do this. We have to do this, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
dear Lord.
Yeah, especially for Nick.
Yeah, Nick. I know Nick likes this as well.
Just lie it down.
Yes. It's a great album. It's got the best Steamy Windows is on this, which is
That's a good track, yeah.
It's just a great album all round. I think I love that album. Marillion brought out their first album with Steve Hogarth. I did have it on Season's End. I did have it on CD, but I've got rid of it. But I have now got like the remix of it, which is a lot better. And a couple of singles off that, which were pretty good. Easter, which is pretty good. And I also got picture disc signed by
Oh my God. Signed by the retailer.
Yeah.
It is signed by Mark Kelly, Pete Javarvis, and Mr. Stephen Rothery.
I see.
Yeah.
It's nice to have signed stuff.
Picture of the band on the back.
They were in the band, just checking.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were in the band. I'll just go through for those who don't know. That's Pete Javarvis.
Yeah.
That's Steve
yeah.
Rothery, and that is Mark Kelly.
Yeah,
That's Ian Mosley. That's Steve Hogarth, who took over.
There's no Fish at this point. Oh,
No, Fish had left.
right. If it had his signature on it, it'd be worth something.
No, I've got his signature.
Oh yeah. And we all.
Well, I've had dinner with him, so.
Oh.
Well,
What did you have?
I met them. can't remember where it was, somewhere in London, and a record that was in HMB, and I got it signed by them. I didn't. Iain and Steve weren't. The other Steve weren't there. And then this other thing I brought.
When you were sat down to have dinner, did you say, "I'll have the fish"?
Yeah, I'll have the fish. As a fish.
Sorry, it's a bad joke. So.
Very bad joke. Now, although this came off Hysteria, that came out in 1987, they didn't release Rocket until 1988. And the reason I've showed this, it's got probably one of the worst B-sides ever. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh no, I like that. It's corny.
It's absolutely tripe. Go and get your ears cleaned out, man. Please release me, let me go. He's awful.
I used to have the promo version of that with the Please Release Me as the A side.
Oh, absolute garbage. I brought it because I did like Rocket, because it mentions pop songs. Yeah. So that's my 1989, and that was pretty me done with vinyl until about 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, do you actually have any protective covers for your records? Or?
Yes, I do, but I take them out.
Right, okay.
So you get the glare. So I have to put them all back in tomorrow.
I've got to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. I think for 1990, I think I can show about 4 records. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to be the same. I mean, I've got CDs, but vinyl, it's pretty thin on the ground until
I started buying CDs, but I got rid of all my CDs. So,
all right.
Well, CDs were killing it, weren't they? You know.
Yeah.
As well, Rob.
Yeah, so I can show a bit what I have got from next week. Good thinking. Yes, especially Tina Turner.
Oh, Simon's going to be 40 this year.
Whoa.
Yes.
I'm in young whippersnapper.
Yeah, I mean, I have got a few bits from 1990 to show, but not much. But I have got a good idea to take over from the years, which I will show you later, chaps.
All right.
Well, when you've decided, please do let me know, and then I can have a look and see what I've got, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone, I know Jimmy will have stuff to show from the 90s, but anyone else, I think we are getting to that stage where we didn't buy it.
Yeah.
The thing is, it doesn't have to be vinyl.
No.
Music is music, no matter what the format.
Yeah.
I find it a bit more difficult to sort of pick out my CDs from the right year, because they're not in very good order. Whereas all my vinyl is sort of meticulously sort of filed from A to Z, whereas the CDs tend to sort of be all over the place.
Yeah, my CDs were like that.
No, all this lot's reorganised.
Yeah.
Took ages, but I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because it wasn't because I didn't want to buy vinyl. It wasn't there.
They did print a lot less, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got. Deep CDs are spawn of Satan, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I think bands like Iron Maiden were still putting out albums, and Status Quo, and all the sort of metal, some of the metal bands. But then after that just fizzled out as well, and I was quite disappointed. So I don't know. It's just one of them things. So we have got something to take its place. It's been a lot of fun doing the years, though, hasn't it? Throwing all these wonderful.
Yeah.
There
he is. The man.
Hey, who's that?
It's one of our bus stops who's missing.
Yeah. Hello.
What name has he got this? I was going to say, what name has he picked this week?
Yeah, and as you appear, I have got the tickets. Well, they're on my phone, Nick.
Yeah. Do you want how much? What was it?
I'm not going to tell you how much they are on live, but now you can pay me on the day, mate.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can put the money in an envelope through your door. It's up to you.
Nah,
Three,
nah.
3 points might cover it.
Just make sure you don't do it down a back alley or anything with the police watching.
Yeah, there's people that are talking about, obviously, today we've lost Mike Pinder from the Moody Blues. And Dave, the pickup artist, is right, the master of the mellotron. There was something else on that mellotron. Yeah, Darren, yeah, we've lost Mike Pinder. Very sad. Yeah, so on the day, mate, that'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got two
Brilliant.
support bands as well, apparently.
Is there?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Couldn't tell you who they are, but there are 3 bands.
Oh, right. Oh. As long as it's not the Goombay Dance Band or bloody Shiwaddy, I don't care.
No, I think they're in with the same sort of the Soap Girls. I was watching some of that. I saw some clips of them on YouTube.
Yeah. Were they closed?
Not much on.
They're not bad, are they? Actually,
No. Musically, they sound great.
Yeah, I've heard good things about them.
I do put. They see people have been in the comments were saying they do put a damn good show on. So
Yeah.
be a good night out, I reckon.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'll try and get some clips so we can share that with you good people.
Yeah. And I promise to be on my best behaviour.
Yeah, we. Anyway, so
I couldn't tell. I'm physically and mentally shattered, so I didn't pick out any records for today.
that's all right.
Wow.
I did go back to that record, Rockabye Records, Mike.
Oh yeah, you picked up that reggae comp, did you?
I might have done.
You know the one.
I might have done. That Saints album's still there.
Yeah. It's expensive though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really difficult to get hold of. Whenever there's a Saints reissue, it's always the second album, Eternally Yours, and never their debut.
Well, it's the only one I've ever seen by them. I don't know if I dare mention how much it was. Well, I suppose it is expensive, but it isn't.
Yeah.
I paid more for that Cramps album than I would have done for that.
Well, it is what you're willing to pay, isn't it? That's how much it's worth.
Yeah.
There you go, Nick. You got the Soap Girls, Croker, and Safest Spaces.
Never heard of them. Are they a popular beat combo?
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying no.
But
Charlie Croker, he was in. What was that film?
The Italian Job.
Italian Job. Yeah.
Oh.
Good morning, Japan.
Hello.
Good morning. Hi, Japan.
I'm still alive.
Hello,
I
British
think
people.
Yeah.
I think I've got your email address, haven't I, Mike? I think I have. And I'll let you know how much it was. So it's up to you.
You should have my address. Yeah, because I definitely gave it to you. If not, I think you got my email anyway, haven't you?
Well, Nick, I've got Mike's address
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
sent
well, I
him
think
a
I've got
nice
his.
little bundle up.
Yeah, well, I think I've got his email address, so I'll let you know how much it was. I mean, and if you want it, it's up to you. I'll go back.
Right.
It's only a half hour down the road from me.
Right. Yeah.
But I'll be totally honest. I didn't pick it up and take it out the sleeve to have a look. But there you go. I'll let you know, and I'll leave it in your hands.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
He did have a copy of Stay Sick by the Cramps, so I might go back for that. But that was expensive as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did pick up a reggae compilation album with a rather rude cover. I got an original copy of Tighten Up, the first one, Tighten Up, Volume 1, on the old style Trojan label, and I picked up an old Slade album as well. So
oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, you know, really, I mean, looking at their sort of their records, it seemed to be a pretty good shop.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, he's got a lot of good
Lots
stuff
of
in
Slade,
there.
wasn't there? Lots of Slade.
Yeah. I can't even remember which Slade album it was now. I think it was their first one as Slade.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Quick, Iain. Oh, it's gone.
There's like 4 pictures of them on
Yeah,
the sleeve. They're in squares.
yeah, the skinheady ones as well, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah. I think that's right. Or am I thinking of something else?
Chas thought it'd be a good idea if they become skinheads.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, did you like your little bundle that you got?
Oh good, yeah. I've got a lot to listen to. Yeah,
I thought I'd put some of the. We're not going to go too much because it'll spoil what we're doing. Mike and I are doing something, so I sent him some stuff up that may be useful for him. There was one he wanted, but I thought, no, I'll send some other stuff up. So you got a good little selection. Some of the newer ones are there that I'm sure you will enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, again, I won't say what it was, but there was one that I was listening to, and I put the CD on. I listened to the first episode, and then it got to the second episode, and I thought, this is the first episode again, but with different people. You know the one, don't you?
I do.
So yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, but it's a lot to get through. You know, it's hours and hours. So I think it's going to be the summer before I get through all of that.
Before we get round to doing that. But yeah,
Mike, how much you bought a load of stuff from Record Store Day? How much did you spend on Record Store Day?
Yeah,
that's a bit of a personal question.
12 shillings and 6pence.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, I had a great time. I mean, it was absolutely freezing standing outside, but
what time did you start?
I got at 6 o'clock, but you always get into some good conversation. So talking to a couple of people. One lad was quite a bit younger than us, but the other guy was about the same age as me, and we were just talking about all the old venues in Leeds that used to be in Leeds that aren't there anymore. So that was really good, and
they're not supposed to let you have anything before the day, are they?
Oh, it's a hanging offence apparently. Yeah.
Do you want to see what I bought before the official Record Store Day?
Oh, got it.
All right. Okay. So you got a Record Store Day bag, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you'll know the one that is coming up, right? So.
Yeah, but that's not the Record Store Day version, is it?
Well,
you wouldn't have bought it, would you?
And what else did I have? This is all for 20 quid.
Yeah.
So I got Slade.
Oh yes,
Right.
Oh my.
fantastic album.
So what I actually got for Record Store Day was a bag.
Oh right, yeah.
Instead of, do you know how much this was? The Record Store Day version?
Probably about 30 odd quid, was that?
No, it was $49.99.
Bloody hell!
I know.
Bloody hell!
This was a tenner, and
Yeah.
the vinyl's absolutely immaculate. And the only reason I got it is because I used to have it years ago, and I couldn't find a good copy. And this, he said, he was showing me all the Record Store stuff day because he was getting everything ready. And then he said, I said, it's all a bit pricey. He said, well, I've just had stuff. So I was looking in a box under the desk, and I saw that was in it. So I said, how much for the two? And he said 20 quid. So and then he said, do you want a bag? So you might as well have a Record Store Day.
Whoa.
Free
Yeah.
advertising for the store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't bother with it. I wandered in later in the day and just said, did you have a good day? And there were still people there. So he'd made a lot of money. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for Record Store Day, but my mate, what am I trying to? I don't know what's happening here. That's it. My mate Lee, he proved a point. He wanted that there was a T-Rex album on picture disc. I think it was what one did he? I can't remember which one it was. And he went in on Monday after lunchtime, walked in, picked it out the thing, paid for it, and walked out. All done in 5 minutes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got something else to show you, Ian. I bought a couple of 12 inches in the market. That's something that I thought might interest you.
Well, we've got to see this.
Yeah. So the first one is U-Box Ultravox, and that's All Fall Down.
Yeah, that's when Major came back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know it's absolutely filthy dirty, so it needs a good clean. But this other one, I bought it because I thought actually, let's see if we can just straighten it up. No, I can't. Can you see that?
Promotional.
Promotional. Brilliant.
What's on the flip side?
Not for resale. I think it's part 5 on there.
Part 5. Wow, that's a rarity, isn't it?
Two quid. So I thought, yeah.
Oh, you got a bargain there, didn't you?
Yeah. So I've never seen it before because obviously it's a promotional copy, but yeah. So promotional, not for resale. So I thought, well, why not? That should be interesting.
Yes. That's some nice finds now. I'm very impressed. Anyway, Michael, how are you?
Doing good.
Man from Japan.
Making some videos,
Yes, I've been having a look, and you didn't have to make about you was tired last week. It is very early. We appreciate when you're here. So if you're oversleep, it's understandable. Your dedication to this live stream is just fantastic anyway. And if you miss one because you overslept, no one's gonna. Are they?
Yes.
Just a trooper.
What?
Yes, it was a wake up.
What's Record Store Day like in Japan then?
Well, I mean, it's all regional, right? The titles are different in the US than they are in the UK and other regions. And Japan had like 1% Western titles. It was like 99% Japanese artists. So it's the same con game. And it is a con game because you are kind of like set up with like these marketing pitches and these exclusivity of short runs, and then the Ramones thing was just really funny because people were so excited to get this rare Ramones record, and the reviews are, well, these are just like old tapes. I mean, and you're thinking to yourself, if they recorded this stuff in the 80s and they made a decision that it was crap, all that's happened is that, 50, 60 years later, some 20-somethings marketing people at a record label are saying, we can get some good money out of the boomers if we put this out and charge $30 or $40? And it's kind of like that's the way that this whole thing has evolved, with the custom booklets and the colored vinyl and the liquids inside of the vinyl. It's all collector's items, right? It's created collector's items.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, gentlemen?
I think you have to be really careful. And you're right. There's an awful lot of live albums on Record Store Day, and the quality is questionable. I mean, there was a Television live album from the 1990s, and I thought, well,
wasn't there a reissue of Marquee Moon?
Yeah, yes. There's an extended version of Marquee Moon, as if it isn't long enough already. Yeah.
Did you see the two Susie? There was the live LP, and it's just a sort of slightly different cover, and I think that was like 40 odd quid or something.
Yeah, it's really expensive. Did you see?
But there was the
Dale,
Morrissey.
Did you see Dale Gatefold 33? His video this week.
I haven't. No, I have seen it. I haven't watched it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he got some absolutely marvelous stuff. In pristine condition, including an original copy of Nocturne for a tenner, and he bought it on Record Store Day.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nobody was paying attention to it.
Yeah.
But there was a Morrissey and Susie. I picked it up thinking it was an LP, and it was just like one song 12-inch, and that was like 25 quid or something. I was just like, what?
Yeah. I know, it's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying about Michael was saying about these find the album. I can find it. These young so and so's that come in and say, "Oh, we'll make a buck." This was an example. It was not, as I said, it wasn't the best Queen album, and then they found that clipping on the floor of Freddie singing of a song, and they marketed it as a big box set.
Right.
And when you heard it, you can say, no wonder it was left on the floor, because it was dire. If Freddie threw it on the floor, there's a reason he threw it on the floor, because he wasn't happy with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then people say, oh, it's wonderful. And you go, no, it's not. It's rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah. There's endless David Bowie as well, isn't there, on Record Store Day?
Yeah.
There's nothing like being dead to revive your career, is there?
Well, David Bowie's live albums, he released, there's more after his death.
Yeah.
There's about 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more post-mortem than pre-mortem.
Instead of doing an LP called The Next Day, he should have done one called The Next Life, shouldn't he?
Yes. And 90% of them are done from radio broadcasts. So someone's done it's like me taking one of my Friday Rock Show broadcasts, taking it and putting it out as a CD and charging thousands for it,
Yeah.
The quality's not there. It's some of it. You hear some of it and you go, God, this sounds like it's been recorded on someone stood in the arena with you remember the days when you could get with a little microphone that you could talk into?
Yeah.
Like that. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And they put it out as a brand spanking new live album. It can't. But people will buy it.
Yeah.
It does make you think how much more can they rinse out of these bands, and
yeah.
What next? Is we found a recording of John Lennon singing away while he's having a crap.
Yeah, there's been something new from John Lennon.
They do it. If they could get away with it, they'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing Yoko has a chokehold on Lennon's stuff.
It's like I heard a thing. Someone did as to in Queen's Innuendo and made it. This is live, as it would have been live. All they've done is taken the song Innuendo, put some AI on it,
yeah,
and it just sounds echoey. and put some crowd in the background. I mean,
No, it's fake.
yeah. And put that on a 12-inch single, put it out there for what, 25 quid, and some mug will go and buy it.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, we even had the Todd Rundgren album, didn't we? And
We
our
did
record store
Todd,
daily.
the double. Yeah. Nobody
Yeah.
bought it.
No, I wonder why.
No,
I was hoping one of you would buy it.
not a single person.
Unfortunately, there's not many of us that like our Yoko, are they?
God, no.
But you, the Americans love her, don't they, Michael?
Love Yoko?
Yeah.
Only a few who congregate on a certain channel, but I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, have you got anything to show from 1989, or are you
Yeah.
like struggling?
Well, hold on a second.
Going on.
Gotta watch you get it together now.
Yeah.
Just
What's that?
You
What's
know-
that round your neck? I thought you had a pacemaker or something.
it's a microphone. It's a microphone to enhance the incredible quality of my native New York tone. Incredible, right? It's in 1989. One of my favorite artists released, after a long hiatus of publishing many other records, produced this record called Nearly Human. And that's his handprint there. That's his handprint. Can you count how many fingers are on his hand, Stevie?
No.
That
Anybody
explains a
want
lot,
to
I
take a
think.
gander? Anyone want to take a gander? How many
Yes,
fingers are on that?
Yeah, Anne Boleyn.
So he was
Anne Boleyn,
deformed.
yeah, it's an Anne Boleyn.
Huh?
6.
Gone
I
up.
can count
That's
5
right,
fingers at one
6.
time.
I know, and I don't think he has an extra finger. But
It's a
that was the
monkey
big
gene.
talk. That's the monkey genius. Now, this happens to be my favorite Todd record, and the reason why I'm showing it is that
Hang on, Mike.
he
I'm gonna
came
put
to
this up.
Japan. He came to Japan, and I happened to be living here at the time because I haven't lived here for 50 years, as many people suspect. Okay, but
I
did move
suspect
here.
Mike got that.
I did move here in 1988, and in 1989, I took my then girlfriend, who would later become my wife. I dragged her to Nakano Sun Plaza, and I
You
saw
kidnapped
the
her.
show. I saw the show, the Nearly Human show. And you're wondering, well, is
I
it
think
a
that's
record?
the only circumstances I would go to a show, being kidnapped and tied up.
I'll suffer your interruptions, but let me move on.
Oh.
This is look at that. Woo! What is that? Woo!
Very nice.
Colors,
CD.
colors.
Wow.
It's
That's
a
great.
big honking laser disc, right? And that's what Japan did. They made a lot of laser discs back in the day, and unfortunately, I only had the opportunity to view this laser disc once or twice because the company that I was working with had a conference room with an expensive Laserdisc player, and I've been trying to sell it on Yahoo auctions, and I started it at like 2,000
So that's how you
yen.
got fired, using their laser disc to play Todd Rundgren.
I wasn't fired. I left
That's a cycle
on
of
my
events.
on my own volition
Quite
for
defensive. Isn't it?
for greener pastures in the United States
All right, we won't do
with my bride. Oh, look at that! Did you see that? The balloons?
Yes.
I did that. And because I know that I'm boring the hell out of you guys. There's one more record that I got from 1989, and that is this butter voice, Bobby Blue Bland, with his record Midnight Run. and it's not very good. And obviously, I got a new light. Do you see that donut?
Really?
Because
Hang on,
I felt
only people in England. This is the voice.
The voice of
Mr.
the
Ron.
Mr. Ron. Yeah.
I felt that the lighting in my room was giving me kind of like bad looking skin.
Yeah,
And
I've got one of them.
Yeah.
what do you think? Does it improve my look? I can change the color.
Yeah,
Well, I don't want to do that.
No, you're all right. I've got one of them lights as well, so it gets your complexion up, you see.
Yeah. And so that is what I have from 1989. And I really had to pad it with the laser disc. My humblest apologies. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
For the people of Japan, I apologize. I should have more.
But the highlight of that was the Mr. Ron's coming across the screen. That was just fabulous.
Who, Michael?
Yes.
Who's that blonde-haired lady behind you?
That is a painting. That is a painting of Courtney Love.
Oh,
Can we have a look at it? Can we go closer?
That's what I'm gonna do. I have my rig here. So yeah, this is a painting. It's a large painting, and that's Courtney Love smoking a cigarette. And the detail is just incredible. Look at the hair. Look at that. Can you see?
Oh, hang on, make him big. So you want to?
Yeah.
Make who big?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're still small.
Okay. Here. Okay. So it's
Start
a big
again.
painting.
Start again.
It's almost floor to ceiling. Here. Let me improve my sound. Hold on.
For sake.
Oh, shut up. Okay. So it's almost floor to ceiling. Right. Big painting. It's around 6 feet square, and it's covering up a window.
You've cut the bottom half of her off.
Well, yeah, it goes down to it's that was the intention of the artist, Stevie.
Right.
It's meant for that impact. Look at that big black field. Isn't that incredible?
It is quite black. Isn't it?
It's good.
It is.
Oh,
It is. And she's smoking a cigarette. And actually,
what is the title? Is it like Courtney Love on dark background?
Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Because I lived in San Francisco, it's not actually Courtney Love. It's a portrait of a transgender who looked a lot like Courtney Love. I thought that smoking a cigarette. See that? Yeah.
I would have called it Black Cat in a Dark Room with Courtney Love.
Okay. Well, that's you. And then here's the rest of my room. I just finished outfitting this room.
Wow, we've got a full tour.
I know. Got a lot of artwork in here. This is tough, My wife kicked me out of the bedroom. I had to make good with this room. Still got a lot of work to do.
You're sleeping in there now?
No, I'm not. I might have to. Okay. Did you like that? Did you like that?
Yes.
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like an art gallery.
Well, it kind of, yeah. I mean, I do
Gone
collect. Yeah.
I like that one.
Thank you. And the guy is still producing, lives in LA, and I have a lot of other work that I need to unpack. We're almost there, But it's a small room, boy. You have no idea what downsizing is like.
When I downsized, it's yeah.
Wow.
Oops, that was my hand. Sorry. You can make your swirl now. Yes.
It's that time of the evening where we're going to have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, already.
I don't know what I'm going to show
But
tonight.
I can at least show a picture.
You should go with Courtney Bloke.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go with this.
Okay, hang on.
There's only one option here.
What's that?
Sorry, Jimmy, it's not Technique. I've got to go with the beautiful.
I'm going with that one just for Nick.
Oh,
there we go. 2 6 fingers.
Yep.
Yes.
3,
Thank you very
2,
much.
1. Thank you.
You know?
Anyway, I don't think we'll be doing a 1990 because we're all going to be struggling. We'll be showing. They'll be very quick. So, I have got
I've
an
got a
idea.
7-inch
You
single.
can't deny the 90s.
Maybe you want to take us off air before we discuss that.
No, there will be something in its place which I'm going to tell, which these guys are going to see when we go off air. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. And if you're watching this later, hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you all next week. So, thank you very much for my wonderful panel again. Now, such a wonderful bunch. So, we'll see you all soon. Bye-zy bye. Bye-zy bye.
Take it easy,
Bye,
folks.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
See you later.
Bye, bye.